Let's hop
So,
on in.
so, my name is Frank Mariello, by the way, and like Nancy said, thank you for spending this time. Everybody's time is valuable, and spending an hour with us, and hopefully you get something useful out of this. Obviously, this is a topic that's very important to people and really out there in the news. And like Nancy said, right? I mean, she kind of laid the groundwork. It truly is the Wild West, right? You have a lot of tools out there. You have not a lot of governance and not a lot of rules. So, no rules and people doing everything they want, that creates that Wild West feel. And there's what we want to point out here in this section is just some of the common pitfalls. And there's a million of them, right? But we'll think about just three that we're going to lay out at a very high level, right? The number one, and these are not in any specific order, but one of the pitfalls we see out there is just risky behavior, right? Because there is a lack of governance, typically, maybe a lack of direction that is being given to firms' employees about how to integrate this technology, you get and some lack of knowledge about how to use it, you get what is risky behavior, right? And you'd be amazed how many stories we hear about staff or even attorneys dumping data into AI tools like ChatGPT and Copilot that is confidential, right? Like a confidential brief for a client that they want to do some type of analysis to, right? And what I always tell my kids with the internet, and I think I'm sure everybody probably tells their kids this too, is that don't put anything in there you don't think, it's going to come back, right? It's never gone, right? Now, a lot of these tools have, the companies that run these tools have rules about what they're doing with that data, but I think prudency would tell you, hey, don't put anything in there that you don't that you think is confidential, right? Or want to be confidential. So without the governance, you get this risky, odd behavior. Users do very strange things. They don't do it on purpose, but if you don't give them guardrails, which we'll talk about later, they start to do things that, just because of the lack of knowledge, they don't understand. So.